Hello, and welcome to FinInvest Niger. My name is Tom Princeville. I'm a certified securities and investment specialist, and I've been investing for the past 20 years. In the course of this video, I would like to present a fundamental analysis of WEMA Bank Plc. Fundamental analysis of WEMA Bank Plc. This analysis is all about researching the company to know its suitability for your portfolio as an investor. We want to go through the combined P&L, the cash flow, as well as the balance sheet. And that will give us an idea of how strong the company is. So let's start with the company's revenue. The bank recorded a revenue of 653.281 billion naira. 653.281 billion naira was the revenue for the full year 2025. That's last year, as against 433.434 billion naira in the year 2024. So there was an increment from 433 billion to 653 billion naira. Then we now come to the profit before the gross profit. We come to the gross profit here. The company recorded a gross profit of 360.105 billion naira, 360.105 billion naira, as against 177.06 billion naira, as against 177.063 billion naira. That was the gross profit of the company. So the bank recorded an operating profit of 413.326 billion, 413.326 billion naira, as against 234.215 billion, 234.215 billion naira. So there's an increase here of more than of about 100 billion, about 100 billion naira or thereabouts. Then for the profit before tax, the figure obtained was 222.069 billion. 222.069 billion, as against 102.517 billion naira. So from approximately 103 billion to 222 billion naira, that's close to 100 billion naira in increment in after-tax profit. Then the total comprehensive income recorded, is 193.189 billion, 193.189 billion naira, as against 87.758 billion, as against 87.758 billion naira. So this particular value, more than doubled, about 100% increment. Then we now come to the most important aspect of this analysis, which is the earnings per share. The earnings per share here is the most important figure. This is what determines stock price movement, as well as the amount of dividend payout. This is the value that determines dividend as well as capital appreciation, and is even more important than all the bigger figures you are seeing up here. So in this case, the earning per share grew from 4 naira 83 kobo to 7 naira 8 kobo. It grew from 4 naira 83 kobo to 7 naira 8 kobo. So that growth is quite encouraging. There's a growth in earnings per share here. We now go to the other aspect of our analysis. The share price here is given as 23 naira 95 kobo. That's the bank's recent share price, 23 naira 95 kobo, and the shares outstanding is 40.12 billion. 40.12 billion is the number of shares outstanding, and it varies from company to company. Usually, the lower the share outstanding, the better for the company's earnings per share. Now, the market capitalization is 960.9 billion. It's almost a trillion naira in the market cap. 960.9 billion naira is the market capitalization. And this shows you how big the company is. It's a very big company, actually. Now, we want to look at the PE ratio, though not indicated here. By the time you divide this value, all right, I will give you a kind of homework. It's an assignment on your behalf. You should learn to be an investor, learn to analyze companies. So divide 23 naira 95 kobo by 7 naira 8 kobo. That will give you the PE ratio. So you can put it here. The PE ratio will not give you precisely, it will tell you how expensive or how cheap the company is. So by the time you do this division, you discover that you have something more than 10, above 10. So you have a figure in the lower double digits, all right, which of course makes the company not all that expensive, but is relatively, cheap compared to other companies in the sector. So you divide this one, 23 by 7. If you divide 21 by 7, you have 3. So 23 by 7 will give you around 4. All right, let's see. Let's do the calculation. All right, 21 by 7 is about 3. 24 by 7 is about 3 point something. So relatively, let's say approximately 3. All right, so that's the PE ratio, approximately 3. Okay, so the company is very cheap. All right, it's very cheap. So I'm doing your homework for you. I'm doing your assignment for you. So this divided by this will give you around 3. So for this particular figure, the company looks very cheap. So we now go to the equity. The equity simply means the company's assets, overall asset minus its overall liabilities. So you have a figure here, 621.70 billion is the equity. 621.70 billion. Then if you divide this particular value by the number of shares outstanding, you will get the equity per share. Now the equity per share here is telling you, is giving you an idea. On this figure on its own is what is called a book value. The book value, you compare it with this. All right, compare the company share price by the book value. You discover that the difference is not much. All right, but generally, if you are able to get a book value, a share price that is less than the book value, that means the company is very, very cheap. Okay, you can go ahead and buy such a company if you can come across one. Although it's very rare to come across a company where the price is less than the book value, but all the same, the difference is not much. That shows the company is very, very cheap, as cheap as having a PE ratio of 3. It's a cheap company, actually. So we now look at the cash balance. This is representing the cash flow statement. The cash balance here is 934.82 billion, 934.82 billion naira. So the company has a robust, strong cash position because compared to the profit, it made a profit of an after-tax profit of 193 billion, and it's maintaining a cash of 934 billion naira. So the company's cash position is very, very strong. It has a very strong cash position. So considering all we've done so far, although the entire exercise is for academic purpose, it's for entertainment, but I can still give a recommendation, and I will give a buy recommendation for this particular company. It's a company that is worth putting in your portfolio. WEMA Bank, is a mid-sized bank compared to other banks like Zenith and GT, but all the same, It's a very, very good investment. Please subscribe to this channel, like this video if you've not done that, and make sure you share the video to people around you as well. My heart desire is to be able to reach out to 1 million Nigerians with this investment message. So I'm counting on your support to help me realize that objective. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to also key into other videos in my channels as well.